There are some products that, if you knew how they were actually made, I'm sure you'd think twice before buying them again. Behind the attractive packaging and clever marketing, there are manufacturing processes that may surprise you. The convenience these items offer often masks disturbing realities about their production. From everyday foods to luxury goods, you'll learn about some products with shocking origins that could change your shopping habits forever. Join us and let's dive in. Number 15. The shocking reality of commercial honey production. The golden sweetener found in most kitchens carries a complex history involving practices that compromise bee welfare and honey quality. Commercial honey operations prioritize maximum production over bee health through methods that would shock consumers, who imagine beekeepers as gentle stewards of natural processes. Industrial honey producers replace harvested honey with sugar syrup substitutes that lack the nutritional complexity bees need for optimal immune function. This practice maximizes profits but leaves colonies vulnerable to diseases and environmental stressors. The nutritionally deficient diet contributes to colony collapse disorder alongside pesticide exposure and habitat loss. Conventional beekeepers routinely destroy queen bees annually or biannually to prevent swarming, a natural reproductive process, and replace them with artificially inseminated queens. Number 14. The hidden world of industrial meat processing. The neatly packaged meat products in supermarket refrigerators conceal disturbing realities about industrial livestock production that most consumers never witness. The journey from farm to table involves practices optimized for efficiency and profit rather than animal welfare or environmental sustainability. Factory farms confine animals in spaces so cramped they cannot turn around or extend their limbs. Pigs, naturally curious and intelligent animals, develop neurotic behaviors in gestation crates measuring just 2 feet by 7 feet. Egg-laying hens occupy battery cages with less floor space than a standard sheet of paper, while broiler chickens grow so rapidly their legs often cannot support their body weight. These crowded conditions necessitate routine antibiotic administration to prevent disease outbreaks, contributing to the development of antibiotic-resistant bacteria that threaten human medicine. Number 13. Conventional chocolate's bitter reality. The chocolate bar melting in your mouth delivers a moment of pure pleasure, but its journey to your shopping cart contains chapters of exploitation most consumers never hear about. Major chocolate producers source cocoa beans from West African countries where child labor remains disturbingly common. An estimated 1.56 million children work in cocoa production in Ghana and Côte d'Ivoire alone, many performing dangerous tasks like carrying heavy loads, using machetes, and applying toxic pesticides without protection. These children, sometimes as young as 5 years old, typically work 12-hour days in extreme heat, earning minimal or no wages at all. Many are trafficked from neighboring countries and separated from their families. The physical toll includes frequent injuries, respiratory problems, and stunted development from carrying loads exceeding their body weight. Despite promises from chocolate giants to eliminate child labor from their supply chains, investigations consistently reveal how little progress has actually occurred. I have a question for you. First, I would like to say that it is possible to follow the greatest curiosities of our world every day, but to do so, you need to be subscribed to our channel. So, are you already subscribed? If not, take the opportunity to subscribe now. Also, take the opportunity to like the video, so YouTube will recommend more videos from our channel. So leave your like right now. And now that you have done that, let's go. Number 12. The hidden horrors of commercial foie gras. Foie gras, French for fatty liver, appears on high-end restaurant menus as the epitome of culinary luxury. This delicacy comes from ducks or geese whose livers have been artificially fattened through a process called gavage. The brutal reality behind this gourmet product would shock even the most devoted food enthusiasts. During production, workers force-feed birds through metal tubes inserted down their throats, pumping up to 2 pounds of corn mash directly into their stomachs multiple times daily. This process continues for several weeks until the bird's livers swell to 10 times their natural size, inducing a disease state called hepatic steatosis. The birds develop difficulty breathing, moving, and regulating body temperature as their enlarged organs compress surrounding tissues. The living conditions for these birds compound their suffering. Many facilities keep ducks in tiny cages where they cannot spread their wings or engage in natural behaviors. Number 11. Conventional palm oil's devastating impact. Found in roughly half of all supermarket products from cookies to shampoo, palm oil has become ubiquitous in modern manufacturing. This versatile oil's production unleashes environmental devastation that would make most consumers rethink their purchases if they understood the full consequences. Palm oil plantations have driven catastrophic deforestation across Southeast Asia, particularly in Indonesia and Malaysia. Every hour, an area equivalent to 300 football fields of rainforest disappears to create new plantations. This destruction eliminates critical carbon sinks that help regulate global climate patterns while releasing massive amounts of greenhouse gases stored in forest soils. The habitat loss directly threatens critically endangered species like orangutans, Sumatran tigers, and pygmy elephants. Orangutan populations have plummeted by more than 150,000 in the last 2 decades, primarily due to palm oil expansion. Number 10. The disturbing truth about commercial vanilla. The fragrant vanilla pods that flavor everything from ice cream to perfume hide a troubling origin story far from the idyllic tropical plantations depicted in marketing materials. Real vanilla ranks as the second most expensive spice worldwide, after saffron, and this high value drives exploitation throughout the industry. Most natural vanilla comes from Madagascar, where farmers earn pennies while middlemen capture most profits. These farmers often live in extreme poverty despite producing one of the world's most valuable food commodities. Child labor remains common during harvest season, with children as young as 10 climbing dangerous vanilla vines and missing school to participate in cultivation and processing. The vanilla market's volatility creates additional hardships. When prices spike, theft becomes rampant, forcing farmers to harvest beans prematurely and sleep in their fields with machetes for protection. Some have been killed defending their crops. Number 9. Fast fashion's true environmental cost. Those trendy, inexpensive clothes filling retail chains worldwide come with hidden costs that extend far beyond their price tags. Fast fashion operates on a business model that promotes constant consumption through rapidly changing styles and deliberately short-lived garments, creating environmental and humanitarian disasters at every production stage. The textile industry ranks as the second largest polluter globally after oil, consuming massive amounts of water, energy, and chemicals. A single cotton t-shirt requires approximately 2,700 liters of water to produce, enough to meet one person's drinking needs for 3 years. Synthetic fabrics like polyester derive from petroleum products and release microplastic fibers with every wash, eventually contaminating oceans and entering food chains. Textile dyeing generates the second largest source of water pollution worldwide. Manufacturing centers in countries with minimal environmental regulations discharge toxic chemicals directly into waterways, poisoning aquatic ecosystems and local drinking supplies. Number 8. The true cost of conventional coffee. The morning coffee ritual sustaining millions through their workday connects to global production systems with troubling labor and environmental practices. Despite coffee's premium retail pricing, the industry's structure concentrates profits while externalizing social and ecological costs. Coffee cultivation under full-sun monoculture systems has replaced traditional shade-grown methods across major producing regions. This transition destroys forest habitats critical for migratory birds and other wildlife while eliminating natural pest control mechanisms. The resulting dependence on chemical pesticides and fertilizers contaminates local water sources and exposes workers to toxic substances without adequate protection. Labor conditions remain problematic throughout the supply chain. During harvest seasons, workers often receive payment by weight rather than hourly wages, incentivizing long workdays without breaks. Number 7. Conventional cotton's toxic legacy. The soft, breathable fabric covering bodies worldwide carries heavy environmental and social burdens through conventional production methods. Cotton's reputation as a natural fiber masks its intensive chemical requirements and exploitative labor practices throughout the supply chain. Conventional cotton consumes approximately 16% of global insecticide applications, despite occupying just 2.5% of agricultural land. These chemicals contaminate soil, water systems, and surrounding communities while harming beneficial insects. Like pollinators, cotton cultivation regions show elevated rates of birth defects, developmental disorders, and certain cancers linked to pesticide exposure. Water requirements strain local resources in already water-stressed regions. Producing enough cotton for a single t-shirt and pair of jeans requires approximately 20,000 liters of water. Number 6. The disturbing side of shrimp farming. The affordable shrimp platters found in restaurants and supermarkets freeze frames. A global industry marred by environmental destruction, human trafficking, and food safety concerns. Tropical shrimp farming expanded dramatically since the 1980s through practices that sacrifice sustainability for short-term productivity. Commercial shrimp farms typically establish operations by clearing coastal mangrove forests that serve as crucial nurseries for marine species and protection against storms and erosion. Southeast Asia alone has lost over 35% of its mangroves, primarily due to aquaculture expansion. These ecosystems store carbon at rates exceeding terrestrial forests, making their destruction a significant climate change contributor. Labor conditions in major producing countries reveal systematic exploitation. Investigations in Thailand, Indonesia, and Bangladesh have documented forced labor, debt bondage, and human trafficking throughout the industry. Number 5. The hidden truth about scented candles. The fragrant candles creating ambiance in homes. Worldwide release more than pleasant aromas. They introduce complex chemical mixtures into indoor environments with potential health consequences. The manufacturing processes and ingredients behind conventional scented candles would concern many consumers if fully understood. Paraffin wax, the primary material in most commercial candles, derives from petroleum byproducts created during crude oil refinement. When burned, paraffin releases recognized carcinogens including toluene and benzene. These substances can accumulate in indoor environments, particularly spaces with limited ventilation. One study found paraffin candles produce alkanes, alkenes, and toluene at levels exceeding recommended limits for indoor air quality. Synthetic fragrances compound these concerns through proprietary chemical mixtures protected as trade secrets. A single fragrance listing on a label can represent dozens of synthetic compounds never disclosed to consumers. Number 4. Commercial bread's chemical secret. The soft, perfectly uniform slices of commercial bread lining supermarket shelves result from industrial production methods prioritizing shelf life and texture over nutritional quality. These manufacturing processes introduce numerous chemical additives while removing components that would contribute to true nutritional value. Commercial bread production begins with highly refined white flour stripped of bran and germ that contain most of wheat's nutrients and fiber. This refinement process removes approximately 80% of wheat's nutritional value, including B vitamins, vitamin E, and essential minerals. Enrichment adds back a small fraction of these nutrients while ignoring many beneficial compounds present in whole grains. The dough conditioners enabling high-speed industrial processing include azotocarbonamide, a chemical also used in yoga mats and other plastic products. Number 3. The shocking origin of many cosmetics. The beauty products promising to enhance appearance often contain ingredients with disturbing origins that manufacturers carefully obscure through technical terminology and vague labeling. From luxury creams to everyday makeup items, cosmetics frequently incorporate animal-derived components obtained through methods most consumers would find objectionable. Carmine, the vibrant red colorant appearing in lipsticks, blushes, and Eyeshadows comes from female cochineal insects crushed to extract their naturally occurring pigment. Each pound of carmine requires approximately 70,000 insects harvested primarily from cacti in Peru and Mexico. Manufacturers typically list this ingredient as carmine cochineal extract or the ambiguous natural colors, rather than disclosing its insect origin. Collagen and elastin, promising youthful skin in anti-aging products, frequently derive from slaughterhouse byproducts including animal tendons, ligaments, and skin. Number 2. The true story behind conventional olive oil, the golden liquid celebrated. For both culinary applications and health benefits often contain surprises beneath its premium packaging and pricing. The olive oil industry faces widespread fraud issues that leave consumers paying premium prices for adulterated products bearing little resemblance to authentic extra virgin olive oil. Investigations consistently reveal alarming statistics. An estimated 80% of Italian olive oil marketed as extra virgin fails to meet this classification standards. Common adulterations include blending with cheaper seed oils like soybean or sunflower, mixing with lower-grade olive oils, or using deodorization processes to mask defects in oils that would otherwise fail quality tests. These fraudulent practices occur throughout the supply chain, but particularly during bulk oil trading before final bottling. The health implications extend beyond economic deception. Authentic extra virgin olive oil contains polyphenols and antioxidants linked to cardiovascular benefits, anti-inflammatory properties, and other health advantages. Number 1. The disturbing reality of Parmesan cheese production. The savory, granular cheese-enhancing pasta dishes worldwide depends on production practices that raise serious animal welfare and environmental concerns. Traditional Parmigiano Reggiano and similar hard cheeses require specific manufacturing processes, with troubling aspects consumers rarely consider while sprinkling them over their meals. Dairy production supporting Parmesan manufacturing typically confines cows indoors year-round in intensive operations where animals never access pasture. These facilities maximize milk yield through selective breeding, feed formulations, and management practices that prioritize production volume over animal welfare or environmental considerations. Many cows develop painful lameness and mastitis, udder inflammation, from constant milk production and concrete flooring. The cheese-making process involves animal rennet, an enzyme complex traditionally extracted from slaughtered calves' stomachs. Now I have a special recommendation for you. Are you seeing this video that is appearing on the screen? Click on it because I'm sure you'll like it. Well, that's it, and until next time, Curious One.